waiting for your 2021 Diverge to arrive from your local bike shop? Well, a global pandemic has made us all a bit more bike crazy, and that means we have to wait a little longer for one of the most popular gravel bikes on the market. I'm about to upset a lot of you riders. Kate has been able to get 3 different Diverges since spring. Granted, 2 of those were different sizes of the same model, but still. I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about the differences between 2 model levels that's within the financial reach of most cyclists, the Sport Carbon and the Comp Carbon. Let's get started. There are a huge number of similarities between the two. I covered everything you'd want to know about the Diverge in a review video. If you want to know more, click on the link in the description for that detailed video. It's one of the more popular videos on this channel, and I hope it will be as useful for you as it has been for a lot of others. While you're down there in the description, scroll up a bit to click the subscribe button. I cover a ton of adventure on this channel, so follow along if you want more content like this. One thing to keep in mind while watching this video is that the Sport is $2,900 and the Comp is priced at $3,800. Kate first switched bikes because she needed to size down to ride a bike that fit her, but then she questioned if the features of the Comp are worth spending an additional $900 on. The goal of this video is not to tell you if the Comp is worth it or not, but rather provide the differences so you can determine yourself. This knowledge helped Kate to decide which bike was best for her. I'll let you know by the end of this video which one she chose. This list is in no way comprehensive, but rather the main key differences. One difference between these 2 gravel-capable bikes is the type of carbon frame. The Sport has specialized Fact 8R carbon frame, while the Comp has Fact 9R. What the heck does this mean? And is there a noticeable difference between the two? FACT, F-A-C-T, is an acronym for Functional Advanced Composite Technology. That's a fancy marketing term that just means each carbon frame has a different manufacturing process that impacts weight and ride characteristics. How weight impacts the ride is pretty obvious. Ride characteristics can be perceived in stiffness and, more importantly, road chatter. For the gravel bike world, this would be absorbing many bumps and chatter on forest roads and single track. The Comp frame is 100 grams lighter than the Sport. It's possible if you've been riding specialized carbon frames for decades, you may notice a difference. Kate, who has been riding aluminum road bikes the last decade, did not notice any appreciable difference in weight or ride characteristics between either frame. The next key difference comes with the Future Shock. The Sport is the 1.5 and the Comp is the lowest priced model in the lineup with the on-the-fly adjustability of the 2.0. What this comes down to is convenience, really. If you want to quickly change the dampening in the Comp, simply turn the dial. To change the dampening in the Sport, you have a choice between 3 springs in which you need to swap out before your ride. Is the convenience of the 2.0 worth the extra $900? More broadly, is the Future Shock in general a needed benefit? Most gravel cyclists are happy to manage suspension with their tire choice and pressure. There will always be a need to adjust tire pressure for the riding environment. The Future Shock may not even be needed at all. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of the Future Shock. The next difference is the seat post. The Sport is a standard specialized carbon seat post. Nothing special about it unless you have never used a carbon seat post. The Comp has the Roval Terra carbon seat post. The Terra seat post allows for much more vertical compliance. This provides greater comfort, especially on rough roads and single track. Like other suspension seat posts, the Roval Terra takes some getting used to if you have not experienced riding with one before. Kate and I have ridden on a lot of rail trail and other gravel roads with and without the Roval Terra, and it does make a really big difference in riding comfort. The SWAT system that is included in the Comp and not in the Sport is one of the most noticeable differences between the 2 models. The concept of storing packable items in your frame is a novel one, but is it worth an extra $900? Well, it all depends on what type of riding you plan to do and what you want to pack. The SWAT system is great if you want to pack energy gels or bars. You can pack bar after bar after bar after bar after bar after bar. When stuffed full of bars, they can get wrapped around the cable housing or caught in the bottom of the frame, necessitating turning the bike upside down and shaking it like a bottle of ketchup until that stuck bar comes out. Most importantly, you can't pack one of the most important items. The opening is just not wide enough for a can or a long neck bottle of beer. The SWAT system is great if you plan an out and back, longer day ride without packable gear. But if you have a sag wagon or are bike packing, it's just really not needed. Between the differences of the frame carbon, future shock, seat post, and SWAT system, Kate felt that the Roval Terra Carbon seat post on the Comp is one of the most useful. But the other differences for her just weren't worth the extra $900. Kate is returning this Comp for a Sport. Let me know in the comments below what you think.